Well, hello and welcome, everyone. This is a presentation about the City Council redistricting efforts by the City of Wichita. I'm Scott Wadle from the Planning Department. Joining me is Stephen Banks from the Planning Department, and we will take you through this brief PowerPoint presentation. This is a PowerPoint presentation for the District Advisory Boards during the month of September 2022. In terms of the recommended action, it's recommended that the DABs provide a recommendation to the City Council on the proposed or on revisions to the City Council district boundaries. And those recommendations can be based on the recommendations from the Commission of Electors, or they can be their own. In terms of the PowerPoint, we're going to go through the background, the process, public input recommendation, and next steps as we go through this. In terms of background, well, the city has Charter Ordinance 173, and what it specifies is that every 10 years, the city will revisit the City Council district boundaries, and it will look at census information. There'll be a council-appointed commission. It's referred to as the Commission of Electors, and their task will be to draw up proposals, recommendations for council districts so that no council district has a greater than 5% deviation from the average, and that's based on population, and you'll see how that's accomplished in the next few slides here. And that all of this will be submitted, and that the City Council would take action before December 31st or the end of the year. So here are the existing council districts, and the red boundaries are the census tracts. Here are the council districts, the 6 council districts by population. Here's the same information, council districts by population, and here you can see where there's a deviation of greater than 5%. So you can see that District 2 is up by more than 7%, and you can see that District 3 is lower than by more than 5%, about 5.5%. And so those are 2 that don't meet the standards of the Charter Ordinance. In terms of the process, you can see that the Commission of Electors was appointed on the 5th of July, and that again, at the end, that the goal or deadline is to have action by the City Council in terms of adopting new district boundaries by the end of the year. Some things that the Commission of Electors were recommended to consider were, you can see here, in terms of using election precincts, you can't divide an election precinct, maintain a compact area, maintain as much integrity of broadly cohesive areas of interest, avoid using the number of registered voters by party or partisan data. Again, it's got to be within 5%. And then thinking about the future and where is growth occurring in the city of Wichita. So here's a map that shows the precincts as well as the existing city council districts. Here's a map that shows the neighborhood associations. We also have a map that shows the HOAs, and that was used as well. Here's a map from the comprehensive plan which shows future growth areas, which are the tan and brown areas on the edge of the city. And here those future growth areas are overlaid over the existing city council district boundaries. In terms of the process, again, Charter Ordinance specified the creation and appointment of a Commission of Electors. The Commission of Electors, again, was appointed on July 5th, and with another appointment that followed shortly after. And here are the members and who appointed them. The process that they used is that they reviewed concepts, made tweaks or refinements to those, and ultimately provided recommendations. Throughout the entire process, public input was accepted, and I'll tell you, over the course of the process, they reviewed more than 20 different concepts or maps that were developed. They had 8 meetings, starting with July 12th, ending on August 24th. In terms of public input into the process, there were opportunities for members of the public to come and speak at the commission meetings. There was also an open house held at the Wichita Art Museum. There were opportunities to comment through forum and also Facebook, Twitter, Nextdoor. In terms of the recommendations, I'm going to turn it over to Stephen to take us through what the Commission of Electors recommended.
Good afternoon, DAB members. Yes, there are 2 maps presented to City Council, and they're asking these to be brought to you. Map A shows the first set of recommendations, and there is a table in the lower left that shows the percentages of deviation and the total population numbers. Here are the election precincts, neighborhood associations, and homeowner associations that are impacted by the changes shown. This continues the list of homeowners associations for Map A. This is Map B, again with the table showing the populations and the deviations, the election precincts, neighborhood associations, homeowner associations, more the same homeowner associations. The first change is there's Precinct 626 going to Council District 1, Precinct 538 going to Council District 4, Precincts 212 and 213 going to Council District 1, and Council District 3 getting Precinct 101. Between the two maps, there's really only one precinct district that's changes, and that is 216 here in A, changes to District 1, stays in 2 in Map B.
So in terms of next steps, you can see again that the target date is the end of the year. So we're going out to the district advisory boards. Later on, there'll be a presentation to the city council for their consideration, again with that goal of the end of the year. So the recommended action for the district advisory boards is that you would provide a recommendation to the city council on revisions to the city council district boundaries. Thank you very much.